Hi, I'm Jim Snyder with HomeWise Construction. In my window and door replacement business, I install a lot of aluminum clad products, so I'm frequently dealing with frame expanders and other related aluminum accessories. In many replacement applications especially, frame expanders can be a must. The challenge is cutting the frame expanders accurately and safely. Of course, there are many ways to cut frame expanders, and they include the score and break method, electric shears, or the bandsaw. And they all have their right time and place. Today, however, I'm focusing on cutting frame expanders on the table saw. Just a footnote before we get started. I'm removing the blade guard from this saw for the sake of this demonstration only. Now, a table saw is great for accuracy and production, but admittedly a table saw was designed to cut wood and not aluminum. For instance, if I were to slide this thin aluminum frame expander through this table saw as if I were ripping a 1x4, the blade is going to bite at the metal, making it chatter. And if it doesn't eat my fingers first, it'll spear me in the chest and I won't be installing windows and doors anymore. At the very least, the frame expander face will become scratched from dragging across the tabletop. To address these negative issues, but still get the benefits of a table saw, I've designed a simple but effective jig for this table saw that's dedicated to cutting aluminum only. This jig more safely controls the flow of the workpiece without scratching the face of the metal. The jig consists of basically three pieces. First, a fixed base that's mounted to the tabletop. This base is a zero clearance surround that almost completely encloses the blade, leaving just enough room for the blade to peek through to cut the thickness of the metal. Incidentally, the blade is an 8-inch 60-tooth carbide tip made for cutting aluminum. The second part is this movable platform that's attached to the original fence. And this works like a conventional sliding fence, except for how the workpiece is fed through. I've cut a slot in the platform the same width as the lip of the frame expander. This allows me to slide the lip in the groove of the platform, controlling any side-to-side movement, so I'm not having to hold the workpiece against the fence throughout the cut. Since the finished face is up, it's not scratching against the tabletop. The last part is this flip-down lid, and the purpose of this is twofold. When flipped down, it covers up the rest of the blade while cutting. Of course, this is a good safety measure and helps contain the metal chip out. Also, it bears down on the workpiece to keep the metal from chattering. This is done by this felt pad. So when the lid is closed, only the felt pad is in contact with the workpiece. This is assisted also by this lightweight elastic cord. So most all of the control is basically on autopilot. And the last detail I've added is a vacuum hose to draw away the metal chips to keep from scratching the pre-finished face, which also makes for easier cleanup. Well, let's take it for a spin. Smooth, straight cut. I still have all my fingers and no scratches. Happy trails!